Hello lovely people, welcome to the Geek Cupboard, I'm Penge, and welcome to Tavern Talk, a game where we play as a tavern owner who can make magical drinks that can influence people's fate, which all sounds very exciting indeed. So because of our amazing magical power, many adventurers pop into the tavern to see us, and we get to help them out as best we can. We listen to their stories, we make them a relevant drink, and then we send them away on an adventure where hopefully our drink choice will help them do what they need to do. And if it all goes well and we've given them the right drink and they're not a bit dead, they might then come back to see us, they tell us what happened, and maybe they could even give us a little present as well, which all sounds very lovely indeed. Now this is the demo of the game, it's on Steam right now as I record this, and of course as always if you're interested there is a link to the Steam store page in the video description where you can go and check the game out and also have a little go at the demo if you would like to. But anyway, time to get on with it I think. Let's jump in and enjoy a bit of Tavern Talk. Right, here we go, Act 1, The Wayfarer's Inn. Okay, so I assume that's the name of our tavern, and already we have a customer. Hello there, how are you? You're called Fable. Fable, you've got on an amazing hat. That's a very, very good hat. I do like that hat. I'm very impressed. So Fable is saying, "Hiya Innkeep, how's it going? All nice and dandy." I'm going to be honest, Fable, it's my first day on the job. I assume everything's fine. I can't help but notice that over in the corner there is a tentacle. There is a tentacle going on. Is that supposed to be there? Is that ordinary? Maybe every tavern in this kind of fantasy world they're in comes with a tentacle. I don't know. Maybe that's just kind of standard tavern kind of adornment. I don't know. But there we go. So we've got a tentacle going on. There's a lot going on actually in the background. There are many things. It's very pretty to look at. I mean, yeah, we've got the aforementioned tentacle. Got some books over there. There's a bird up there. There's a bird just kind of hopping around on the kind of thing up there above the window. We've got the window looking out over a lovely town or a settlement of some kind. There's a clock tower, some mountains and the sun going down, I would assume. I'm not quite sure. Got some candles. There's a big cabinet there full of jars of various bits and bobs. Got a crystal-y thing. There's a crystal ball. There's a plant there that's growing very, very well indeed. That's a very healthy plant. Got some little kind of picture things there. Notice board over there. There's a lot going on. Yeah, okay, sorry, Fable, got distracted. Sorry, Fable. Yeah, how's it going? All nice and dandy. Yeah, I think so. I think everything is fine. Me, can't complain. Ah, right, okay, so we have a voice. We have a voice in this game. So we then say, can't complain. How about you, Fable? All nice and dandy. Then Fable replies with, yes, all nice and dandy. I had such an exciting day. Really exciting. Your face doesn't look like you had an exciting day. I think you might be telling a little bit of a fib there, Fable. Did you go on an adventure, we ask? Even better, I took a walk around the grove, then I replanted a mushroom that had fallen over. Okay, doesn't sound very exciting. Then I patiently waited for it to turn into a mushroom monster or a mushroom mimic. Maybe a gnome? Did it, we ask? No, but I got to take another walk around the grove. How was it? Great! I got to see the same stones, the same trees, the same amaranthine hydra guarding the entrance to Avalon, the same moss. Hang on, back that up a bit there. The same amaranthine hydra guarding the entrance to Avalon? That sounds like an exciting thing. That sounds exciting. More exciting than, say, some moss, but okay. Sounds very exciting, we say. Who am I kidding? My life is exciting as a dried nut. Nuts are healthy. Very thrilling in sauces, or as a snack, and we would say that as a tavern keeper. We should sell you some peanuts, unless you're allergic. Don't have peanuts if you're allergic to them, because that would be quite bad. There are various nut types. Walnuts, peanuts, pecan nuts. I'm allergic. Oh, okay. We kind of preempted that, Fable. We saw that coming. Oh, I didn't know that, although I did guess that. Oh, no worries. I mean, I never told you. ... I just wish something would happen in my life. Something riveting. So what you're saying is that you're missing the spice. Oh, no. I have a very sensitive stomach. I don't think chilies would help me much. No, not like literal chili spice, like the spice of life. You're missing spiciness in your everyday life. That's what I meant. I was talking about the spice in your life. Exactly. We know what's going on. Oh, that's what you meant. Well, yes, exactly. That's it. There's no chili flakes, no garlic, no nymphs, no dragons. Okay, they're very different things, but okay, don't try and cook a dragon. Just a lot of salt. I'm like a bland soup. Oh, you're not like a bland soup, Fable. You're amazing. Look at your hat. That's spectacular. A classic case of boredom. I see. Do you know that feeling when nothing exciting is going on in your life? Like, life isn't bad, but also not particularly funny. Right, okay, so now we get to choose the direction of the conversation, do we? So we can either say, have you tried visiting a circus, or have you tried adding some zest to your soup? I think, given that we've already had a bit of a soup analogy going on, let's keep it going on. Let's keep on talking about soup. Have you tried adding some zest to your soup? Drama, buzz, excitement, something fiery. Go to the theatre or a gala. Arrive in a hot air balloon. I mean, that would be amazing. Do all those things. Do all those things. A hot air balloon? Don't they fly up really high? Yes, I think that's the point. We reply, I'm afraid of heights and of people and of actors. Okay, I see where we're going with this. But apart from that, I tried singing, but what is singing if not the telling of a tale? Indeed, just sort of, a telling of a tale with your voice moving up and down a bit. How can I sing of things if I never live through anything? Day in, day out, I live the same green soup of routines. Sure, I have my forest and I look after it, but I want to get out there and see something. Like, for example, saving people, wandering through the marshes, meeting a pretty nymph. Okay, right, a pretty nymph, that's pretty daring. That sounds like the opening to a grand adventure. Let's go for that one. That sounds exciting. I like that. It's the opening to a grand adventure. Oh, really? You think so? Well, perhaps it would be... ... Not that it would actually occur, because all I do is sit around and wish for things to happen. Let's go make things happen, Fable. You can do it. I don't even know what nymphs do. I've never met one. It's normally something to do with, like, nature. Normally they look after nature, don't they? Taxes, maybe. I don't think they do taxes. I'm not sure. Maybe in this world they do. No, I don't think so. I would love to sing about the exciting, magical things I encounter, but to be honest, the most exciting thing in my life is coming to your tavern and discovering new drinks. I mean, that's also exciting. New experiences, new drinks, that's good. Not a lot of songs you can write about that. I wouldn't mind a jingle. I'll think of one. Can I mention nymphs? I prefer if you didn't. Okay. Maybe one day I get to offer them their own jingle. In the meantime, can I offer you a drink? Good barkeeping by us there. Yes, I would love a drink. The usual? Yes, please. That means a sunny breeze, in case you forgot. Thank you for the reminder, Fable. It's my favourite. It always makes me feel like a feather-light nymph floating the waves of a sunny lake. That's a very lovely way of putting it. It's a lovely way of words. Do you want to be with a nymph or be the nymph? ... Both? But mostly I want a sunny breeze. Message received. Though, I was wondering... I've been coming to your tavern for so long and I still don't know anything about how you make your drinks. Could you show me? Right, here we go. Yeah, we will do the tutorial because we're going to learn about this. So, okay, yes. Really? She's got big wide eyes. Yeah, their facial expressions are very good. I like it. Yes. What do I do? Do I need to put on an apron or summon a familiar? How do I summon a familiar? Just follow me. Okay. I like her. She's all excited. Welcome to my drink mixing nook. Oh, it looks exciting. And look, there's the thing that was on the menu screen. Are you the thing with the tentacle? Maybe you've got tentacles. Or is that just a tail out the back? Yeah, this looks very exciting. Look at this. There's all sorts of bits and bobs going on. Right, so the drink mixing nook. So this is what it looks like back here. Hello, Andu. Oh, right, yeah, there's Andu. That's Andu the... whatever Andu is. Andu's just an Andu. Hello, Andu. Careful, I haven't fed him yet. Where do we start? Well, usually I start by figuring out what my patrons want. To make sure I don't forget what they ordered, I take notes in my journal. Let's have a look. Okay, so we have an order. Right, oh, you pinned my order. I did. If I want to look for specifics, I check my detailed notes. I do keep a log just in case. Okay, so we've got an order up there. When I'm sure I know what I was asked of me, I browse my recipes. Can't just freehand mix something to see what sticks. No, I like to mix and match for a more varied result, but the right balance is crucial. Okay, so I stick to my recipes. When I have settled on one, I can use a chalk to draw it on the board. Okay, what if you pick the wrong one? I can either erase it with the sponge or just pick a different recipe. My ingredients are stored in the 5 bottles on the right. Okay, there is dexterity. Oh, yes. Oh, it's gone proper D&D. This is magnificent. There is dexterity, intelligence, defense, strength, and charisma. Oh, poor wisdom. Poor wisdom got left at home. Oh, dear. Okay, so these represent different kind of things, do they? So one is dexterity, one is intelligence, one is defense, One is strength and one is charisma. Oh yeah, defense isn't a D&D stat either, is it? But there you go. Okay, right. So I think dexterity sounds the tastiest. I had a feeling you might say that. If I mess up or want to redo my drink for any other reason, I can simply feed my mistakes to Andu. Oh, so Andu's like the it's all gone wrong and I'm going to try again, but we're we're feeding him whatever rubbish drink we've made. Oh, that's quite fun. Once I'm done, I press the bell to activate the primordial vortex. ... Actually, I don't need to bore you with the magical details. Just try making a drink. You've got this. Okay. Right, so we go to the journal, and that's our pinned order. So it was a sunny breeze, if you wanted a sunny breeze. So one of those. So a sunny breeze. I mean, what's that? What does the order say? How do I look at the order? How do I do that? Okay, well, hang on. So sunny breeze is... What does that mean? There's a triangle. The delicious sunny breeze will fasten, so speed up, I think, your reflexes, while adding a small boost to your grip strength and defences. It tastes like a pleasant wind flowing through the woods on a warm summer day. Currently on trial version 568, needs more input from rangers and bards. Okay, so I don't know what the 3 pointy bits mean. I don't know what they mean. That, though, I assume is a sunny breeze icon, possibly. Oh! Right, okay. That's that. So yeah, it's primarily dexterity. Okay, that's a dexterity kind of thing. So draw the recipe. Hang on, come out of that. There's a board there. Okay, what does that do? Right, I like this. We're kind of learning as we go. Draw recipe. Okay, so sunny breeze is... Oh, right, so it's drawing it for us. Oh, I see. So now we know that it's going to be a lot of dexterity, because that's what that icon is. And then it's not much in the way of whatever that is. What would that be? That'd be intelligence. That's going to be defense. That's going to be strength. And that's going to be whatever the other one is. That's that one. What was that one again? What were the things? I've forgotten what they were. Hang on a minute. Where are we? Charisma. Okay, right. So do we get... Where's that one? Right, so the green one is dexterity. So how do we... right, okay. Oh! We sort of tip... Oh, that's quite fun. Right, so we tip that in. Oh! Okay, and on here, look, we've got to form that shape. Oh, that's quite fun. Okay, right, so we've got a pointy bit there. So that is as much dexterity as we're going to need. But now we need some of that one. So a dash of that to make it like that. We might have to tip a little bit out. Can we tip a bit onto you? Can we just sort of tip that in a bit? I think we might have done too much. Hang on. Like that. Look, there we go. That should be okay. No, stop. Oh. Okay, right. When you do that, they have the lot. Okay, that's fine. Right, message understood. So it's in different bits. So if we fill in 1, 2, 3 bits like that. So yeah, it's got like measuring lines. And then one bit of that, like that. Oh no, hang on, it tops up. Okay, one bit like that. And then one defensey bit, like that. Is that okay? Sunny breeze. Yeah, look, it looks like that. It's not a perfect triangle, but that's fantastic. Okay, and then we pootle the bell. Oh, and then the drink does fall through the primordial vortex, and it pops up, and it's got in a fancy glass. Wow, it actually does teleport, says Fable. Of course, what do you think was happening? I thought you were just very good at sleight of hand. Hang on, has the camera moved a bit? You don't seem as centered anymore, and we can see more of that board. Okay, I just thought you were good at sleight of hand. I see. Well, give your creation a taste. That is delicious. I made that. You made that. Thank you for showing me the ropes. Thank you for your enthusiasm. I like her. She's good. She's very jolly. These adventures you dream of, aren't you scared they'd be the end of you? Sometimes. But how would I know if I never tried? Do you actually want to try? Well, yes, I want to tell great stories, but... ... Never mind. ... Lots of ... Ooh! Hello, mysterious stranger who I would assume is some sort of rogue character. But okay, hello there. There's a lot of ... dots going on. ... How... here we go. This is us, so saying to that person, I assume, how can I help you? A drink. For you? ... Right, what kind? ... Drinkable. Very specific, thank you. I'm on my way to a fight. Need to pay some debts. Okay. Give me something that will boost my defense so I can claim victory. Okay, so a defense boosting drink. Okay, I'll see what I can find. Right. So how do... right, we're going back over here. So go to our book. So we've got an order of a defensive drink. Okay, so which one of these is going to point down to there? It is... Oh, steel tonic. Do we serve it in an exciting kind of metal tankard type thing? Right, so steel tonic. So draw that onto our board. Okay, so I think we're going to need 2 lots of defense. So hang on. So pour two sort of, I don't know, shots of defense in or whatever. There we go. So that's pointing down there. I'm going to need a bit of that one because it's pointing sort of in that direction. Hang on, what was the description on it? With the steel tonic running through your veins, you can become the charming tank of your dreams. Its cooling qualities mixed with a surprisingly spicy aroma boost your vitality to new heights and leave you impenetrable to damage. It's almost perfect. Almost. Okay, yep, I like that. Right, so a dash of that then. So 1 spot of that to get that bit done. And then we need a bit of the swordy one. Okay. And then possibly... I mean, what does it need? It looks sort of okay. I mean, is that not it? Do we have to fill it up, possibly? Are we supposed to fill it up to the top? I don't know. Is that enough? Yeah, do these lines indicate where they're... Hang on. There's like 1 star, so it's got 1... I don't know, 1 shot in it. That's 1 shot. Should that be... maybe we need some more of that. Hang on. Pour another bit of that in. And yeah, steel tonic. Okay. Right, so yeah, so those little sort of the lines, the stars, indicate how many shots of the drink we need to put in. Okay, right, that is wonderful. So boop, away that goes. And it goes back to you. And yeah, it's served with a little sort of sprig of mint. This should taste like victory. Okay, there you go. You enjoy. Thanks. Almost washes away the memories of the banshee haunting the lonesome lagoon at night. ... And her bone-shattering song of sorrow. You're full of the joys of spring. Almost. Enough to kick some ass, at least. Alright. The brooding type, I see. Okay, right. So there you go. They've got a Fable. What are you thinking about, Fable? Nothing. Just dreams. Yours or someone else's? Mine. Other people seem to have the courage to follow theirs. Why can't I be like that? Isn't that up to you? I wish it was. My brother says my dreams are a fool's errand, that I'm running away from where I belong. Is that what he said? Yes, he said, we are rangers, Fable. We belong to the woods, like the stream that patters down the mountain. We keep the balance. It's what we're meant to do. Is that what you want to do? Okay, so she's a ranger. Okay. Yes. No, not really. I want to experience things outside the safe borders of the forest. I want to live a life so full of adventure, boredom will feel like bliss. I want to be brave and strong. Oh, you've got itchy feet or whatever they say. We want to go and sort of go on a walk and get out there. And I want to sing songs about my adventures that make other people yearn for the same freedom. Of course, I could never leave the Ashen Grove behind forever. It is my home. There is nothing wrong with going away from time to time, right? It's fine. I mean, my family looks after the Grove. I think it'd be fine without me. Then you should do what your heart desires. Will it stop aching then? I think so, yes. But what if destiny never meant for me to leave? What if it did? That would be a dream come true. Go on, Fable, you can do it. Be your own genie, Fable. Your adventures start with you. Thank you, Innkeeper. You really are the most exciting part of my day. Oh, that was lovely. Thank you. A little late. And it's night time. It's gone to night time. So yeah, that was the sun going down then. Oh, you look fantastic. Bit of a scratch on your face, but okay. Little kind of peaked cap type thing. Big fancy robe sort of thing going on. Okay, I mean, if I had to kind of pick a kind of a class for you, a classic D&D class, I would say you were some sort of fighter. A fighter of some description, maybe even a barbarian. Did that bird just do a little bit of a poop there? I think maybe the bird might have done a little bit of a poop. Okay, right. Hello there, Humph. With whom do I have the pleasure, we ask. So, okay. How are we going to say this? Carlin? Carlin. We'll say Carlin. It might not be entirely correct, but there you go. Carlin will do. The name's Carlin. You can call me Care or Lynn. Couldn't care less. Nice to meet you, Care. Lynn, what can I do for you? You do the thing with the quests, right? Yes. Do you want one? You can have a look at my notice board. Ah, there's a notice board. Oh, no. I may have one for you. Or your notice board. Elaborate? Heard of a werewolf making trouble up in Tregorin? A werewolf? That's news to me. Ah, there's a rumour. Listen, me too. Didn't see one in almost a decade, and that was far south in Erove. Been wondering if it's the same one. Just moving up. Like a nomad. Maybe. I thought the werewolf hype died together with that one romance novel. Okay, right you are. Oh, you mean the one with the vampires? I think so. Nah, that just split society into two camps. Team werewolf or team vampire. Yeah, something like that, wasn't it? Which one were you, innkeeper? I was never really either, to be honest, if we're talking about what I think we're talking about. I'll go for team vampire. Ah, so you're into the fangs, ain't you? An innkeeper never tells. You little rascal. I like you. I like you as well. Likewise. What about you? Vampires. Why? The wolves are too close to my kin, and yeah, I'd rather stay away from them. Yeah, you do look a bit wolfy. Got a bit of fur going on. Is that the reason why you don't want to take care of the werewolf yourself? Yes. No. I'm just afraid he might look a little too familiar to my uncle Dragan. Oh, another Dragan on the channel. Would feel bad slaying that fella. You know, hunchback, hairy, crooked teeth. Is it a werewolf or just Uncle Dragan? You couldn't tell. Oh dear. Want to avoid an awkward family reunion, you know? Yeah, you don't want to turn up at Christmas or whatever and say, hey, you know Uncle Dragan? He's not going to be here because I killed him because I thought he was a werewolf. All right, anything else that might help others get done with it rather swiftly? Fetch. Pardon me? Should they... Oh, hang on. What? Should they get into a dangerous situation, they'll just have to start playing fetch. I would like to distract the werewolf. That works? On any dog? Trust me. Good to know. Thanks, Care Lynn. Okay, so another rumour is unlocked. It's not that hard. Either Care or Lynn. Gotcha. I'm going to go full name. Gotcha, Care Lynn. Alright, Chief. You got a name, or is it just Innkeep? Just Innkeep for now. Playing hard to get, I see. Well, Innkeep, then before I venture on, you've got a drink for me. Of course. What would you like? I'll take something powerful. Something with a whole lot of strength. I thought you might go for that. And don't you dare give me any of that watered down muck instead. Oh, no, we would never do that. Right, something strong. So, sailor's courage. The sailor's courage gives even the last landlubber the qualities of a good sailor. A lot of strength, quick reflexes, a shot of defence, and the inability to know fear. Occasionally causes wobbly sea legs, but that is nothing to worry about. Okay, so we'll have one of those. So that's going to be 3 shots of strength for you. Take that down into the corner. Okay, so that's that. And then it's a bit of whatever the one at the top is. So a bit of dexterity that was, wasn't it? And then a shot of defence as well, I think. So like that. And boop, sailor's courage. It's very colourful. Okay, so down it goes. What sort of glass does that get served in? Oh, I quite like that. It's got like a boaty type thing, a sail, and it's got what looks like some rock hard abs at the bottom there. A drink with 0 water, as requested. ... Not bad. Just what I was craving. Thanks. Where will you head from here? Perhaps back north, through the Ashen Grove. Ooh, the Ashen Grove. That's where Fable lives. Got some business to clean up. What kind of business? My cousin claims her crops are being stolen by undead snails. Okay, undead snails. That's a new one. That's new. I'd say she's hallucinating, but I did hear some folks complaining about an undead uptake up north, so might as well humour her. It's odd, ain't it? Oh, okay, snail's pace. Resurrecting the dead? I think there's not much use digging up the past. The past haunts everyone willing to listen. Oh, that was meaningful of us. Humph. Would you mind talking like a normal person? No. Then don't bother. This is my tavern, and I'm leaving it. If you find any more rumours or need aid, don't shy away from coming back. I'm more of a lone wolf. Don't do groups. Yeah, indeed. But sure, I'm back for more work. I'll be waiting, we say. Okay, speaking of rumours, you know how to turn them into proper quests, right? No, I don't. You might tell us. Don't want them to go to waste. I could use some help. Here we go. So we're learning as we go. Fine, I guess I've got a few minutes. Let me see your setup. Okay, this is where I saw all the rumours I've collected. Right, so these are the rumours that we've picked up over time. I also keep them written down in my journal so I don't forget. Smart. I think the best next step, we sort in the fitting snippets onto your quest page. Okay, so just drag them over and make sure they're all for the same quest. Okay. So a werewolf, right, that's to do with a werewolf. So the Vukakin, so Kaelin is a Vukakin. That's their kind of, that's what they are. They're not a sort of a human, they're a Vukakin. So the Vukakin Kaelin talking about a werewolf roaming around Tregorin. Okay, oh, hang on. Otherwise you'll end up confusing adventurers. Once you're done, select that quill of yours and it'll be written up. Got it? Got it. Thank you for your help, Kaelin. Put it on my tab. That's not how that ... works. Good night to you too. Alright, time to assemble a quest. Right, so that is definitely to do with a werewolf. And that's to do with a werewolf. And that's to do with a werewolf. Okay, so now we click that. And we write it up. Oh, it becomes a proper quest. A werewolf on detours. A reticent... Oh, that's a fancy word. A reticent Vukakin passed by the Wayfarers Inn, reporting a werewolf making their way up to Tregorin from Erever. They pose a potential threat to helpless villagers. Apparently, werewolves love playing fetch. Are you brave enough to take on the quest and save Tregorin from this werewolf mayhem? Okay, there we go, and that goes away. And now we've got an official quest on the board. I assume another day rolls around. Okay, we feed the little creaturey thing. We do some brushing up, got to keep it tidy. And then I imagine we put out the candle. Yeah, there we go. Blow out the candle. End of the day. And yeah, day 2 rolls around. We're on the 58th of the wake. Okay, so Act 1, Wayfarers Inn. 2, Prelude to Bravery. Okay, right. Is that where we are? That's fantastic. I would visit that place all the time. That looks amazing. It's got a purple roof. Okay, right, that's really exciting. We live there and that's wonderful. Yeah, okay, let's start the day. Oh, hang on, I think Fable's picked up the quest. I think Fable's picked up the quest from the board, because there it is. So Fable says ... What do you have there, Fable? Okay, you've got the quest, you've got the quest. I found this on your notice board. It says a werewolf is terrorising Tregorin. Is that true? It is indeed. Have you sent anyone after it yet? Not yet. What kind of hero are you looking for? One who knows their way around difficult terrain, woods even. Preferably one who is good with the bow. I imagine you're good with the bow. One that will tell me that they want the quest. Hint, hint. Ah, I am good with the bow. Yes, Fable. And I know my way around any woods. I know, Fable. And maybe I want that quest. Just maybe? No, not just maybe. Since yesterday, all I've been able to think about is you telling me to follow my heart. And then I step into your tavern and the quest practically jumps out at me and I think, hey, there's a start for an adventure. It's near a forest. You know forests. You live in a forest. And werewolves are basically just normal wolves, but slightly scarier because they're also human. But you've talked to humans before. And you got silver arrows for your birthday last year. And they're just collecting dust in your room. And I thought I could ask you about if anyone had taken it yet. And then I didn't think that far. I see. Or rather I did, but then I thought, what if I take the quest, then I have to go on the quest. I have to fight the werewolf. Or talk to the werewolf, which is worse. Because what if the werewolf doesn't like me? And what if when I try to shoot it with my silver arrow, I miss and shoot a tree instead? And then the tree will be mad at me. I suppose, yeah, that is a bit of an occupational hazard if you're a ranger and you're in a forest and you can sort of talk to trees and what have you, if you're sort of in touch with nature, like I imagine she is. If you did fire an arrow into a tree, it might get a bit grumpy with you, but it won't really matter because I'll be dead because of the werewolf. That took a quick turn. So maybe I should put the quest back. No vote Fable. Yes. Do you want me to tell you to take that quest? Maybe. I can't make that decision for you. Neither can I. Whenever I have to make a difficult decision, I freeze in place. ... And suddenly I'm unable to move until someone makes the decision for me. Like a slime. A frozen slime that can't move. I've met slimes less anxious than you. You've met slimes? My tavern is open to everyone. Oh, right. What do slimes drink? Water. More slime. Bones. You sell bones? Only to slimes. It's well written, this. Maybe you can add my bones to your menu soon. You'll just have to pick them up from the forest. I think I would have a hard time convincing a werewolf to give up free bones. ... Why are you so anxious, Fable? In general, about taking the quest. It seems to me that you want to take it, but you are trying to talk yourself out of it instead. Oh, well, I do want to go on that quest. It would make a good start for a song, right? The prelude of an epic. Fable, the protector of the woods, the world, the worms. Worms? They seem like they need protecting. But every time I think about embarking on a quest, all I think about are the ways in which it could go wrong. Is there something making you feel like you might fail? Aside from the bloodthirsty werewolf, we don't know what it's thirsty for. It might prefer orange juice. That would be amazing. It might. Well, heroes have a history, right? Inspirational feats they can look back on to define their bravery. I have the opposite of that. Great mistakes and epic regrets. Like the Mary Morgan incident. ... Or the reason why nobody wants to spend time with me. Oh, we're spending time together, Fable. The Mary Morgan incident. Why does no one want to spend time with you? I want to know what the Mary Morgan incident is. Yes, the Mary Morgan incident. Didn't you hear of it? Oh, thanks, Spirit. Word didn't carry around. It was my very first adventure. The chance to finally get out of my daily grind. What happened? An adventuring party was on their way, passing through the Ashen Grove. They wanted guidance from a local ranger. A merchant up in Tregorin recommended me. I agreed to help, of course. My first adventure, yay! I was so excited, but also very, very nervous. So, of course, it ought to go wrong. I really wanted to leave a good impression, but my bad luck got in the way of that. How did it go wrong? I felt their condescending looks at my back as I walked them through the woods. Of course, I don't know where they actually looked, but my fear got hold of me, and I led them astray. I blacked out, I think. I never got lost in the woods before. But I couldn't see well, with the blood rushing in my ears and feeling dizzy, so for some stupid reason, I led them along a path no one should ever pass. Past the riverbanks of the Shire Mere, home to the Mary Morgan. You know the Mary Morgan, yes? The wrathful spirit that is known to drown men. Not sure she really differentiates between genders, though. For some stupid reason, I led them right into her arms. I got scared, and in the end, they had to save me. They fought the creature, and we finally found a way out when dawn broke. I couldn't look at them for the rest of the journey. A little rumour thing popped up there. Maybe other people talking about it. That gives us another quest. Oh, dearie me. I was too embarrassed to speak. I'm sure I'm still their laughingstock at every gathering. How am I ever supposed to set foot in the adventuring world again? To be fair, it could have been worse. ... I could have led them right into the arms of Wyvern Chimera, residing in the Quag Mangrove. They say it has a taste for adventurers. Another little rumour. But you didn't. But I didn't. You seem to be very insecure. I think that's the biggest problem. But how can I not be? All I ever do is fail. I don't think that's true. You've done many wonderful things, and the future is yet to be written. We're very, very good. I don't think anyone really wants to read my story. I would. Personally, I'm very much looking forward to hearing about your heroic ballads. So, you think I should go on that quest? Perhaps. Even after what you've just heard? Almost killed those adventurers. How am I supposed to save anyone? I'll probably just make it worse. Your absence will not make it better. You don't know that. Neither do you. All we know is that without you, there'll be one less person helping them. That's a good point. Someone else will do a better job. Oh, crikey. Just get out there and do it. There might not be someone else. That would be horrible. Someone has to help those people. They can't just be abandoned. I agree, Fable. But what if I do make it worse? Oh, good grief. What if you make it better? What if you help them? Save them even. So what if you make a mistake in the middle? Or if someone else comes along to give you a hand? 4 hands are better than 2, and who knows, you might even end up joining a party. Perfect heroes do not exist anyhow, just ones that try, even if they are scared. We are very good. What if they're terrified? Then they should try terrified. At least that means they're trying, instead of running away. Would you prefer to run? No. I think I only run because I'm better at it, but then again, I never really try anything else. Maybe I should not decide to walk away before I even try the other path. In a case of emergency, better heroes can always save me again. Or you them. One day, maybe. First I'm going to save all these villagers. so that at least some of us don't have to be afraid anymore. That's it, Fable, you've got this. No werewolf shall stand a chance against me. That's it, Fable, you've got it. You're doing really well. This is wonderful. We've turned it around. She was very negative, and now she's happy and positive. Right? The werewolves are going to be scared of you. That's it. Right. You will do great. I just know it. But before you go, would you like a drink to aid you on your journey? Yes, please. I even got new toppings in this morning, so I am well prepared to help. Oh, toppings! That sounds wonderful. What do you have? I've got some Thunder Sage, which is said to enchant words. With its magic, you should be able to inspire others and boost their abilities through your support. And then I have a couple of Golden Feathers. They're extremely rare, but once in your possession, they can grant you haste. Briefly, the expiration date is a bit unpredictable. How did you get those? Pure luck. Alright then, keep your secrets. So considering all of that, do you have something that can make me more nimble and quiet, so the werewolf won't see me coming? Something with a lot of dexterity. If I want to fight it, I'm going to see that surprise round advantage, so maybe haste would be helpful too. Or maybe instead, something that can help me with diplomacy. Perhaps it's just a hungry lost Lycan after all, and all it needs is a pep talk and a hug. Maybe we can even be friends. But I would need something with a lot of charisma for that, and some additional inspiration. I'll leave the choice up to you. Just make sure you don't pick a random recipe. Please keep it to one of the abilities I asked for. Remember, your choice can influence my fate. It could change the entire outcome of this quest. But of course, I'm sure you're already aware. Sorry for backseat mixing. Okay, so now we get to choose. Now that I have access to my toppings, I have to be careful of how they interact with the other ingredients. Oh, they're up here. There's the toppings there. Okay, right, I see. They might alter the stats in a way where I have to use a different recipe than I usually would. Okay, how do we know that? Let's keep an eye on that. How do I know that, though? Okay, so we can either make her quick and nimble and quiet, or make her incredibly diplomatic. Now, the only thing is, I think, I'd love it if we could. I do quite like the hang. Which is the chatty one? The chatty one is that one, Peak Sunrise. So that is the talky one, and that would be good for charisma, and then it needs a boost of where are the toppings? Where are they? The toppings? It would need a boost of Golden Feather, would it? Hang on, where are we? We've gone away from the thing. Where are the drinks? There. So we need a boost of whatever that was again, plus some sort of strength boost, was it? I've forgotten what she said. Hang on a minute, there was a log. There's a log somewhere. What did she want? Right, here we go. Right, here's the full log. So, charisma and additional inspiration. If we could do that, she can talk to the werewolf, give it a pep talk, and a hug, which I do like the sound of. That would be good. The only thing is, the other one goes toward her strengths, doesn't it? She's already quite sort of dexterous because she's a ranger, so that will make her really, really nimble, really quiet, and also speed her up a bit. Diplomacy. I like the idea of going down the diplomacy route, but she's not very talky, is she? She's not very chatty. She doesn't like talking to people. So taking that into account, I kind of feel like we should possibly make the nimble, quiet, dexterous potion with haste. I think that's probably our best thing. So haste is the Golden Feather. Okay, so we need a Golden Feather, and then we need to make the dexterous potion again. Something with a lot of dexterity. Okay, right, so hang on. Which one? Which one is that then? Hang on a second. So it's Sunny Breeze, but then with the Golden Feather on top. I think that's what we go for. So hang on. Right, so Sunny Breeze. Draw that on there. Okay, so it's 3 lots of that one. We know this to be the case. So 1 and 2 and 3. And then we've got a bit of that one. So a dash of that. And a bit of defense. And then we want a Golden Feather on it. How do we do that exactly? So pop that in. And it's haste. Okay. So that's what she said. So she said she wanted that. Oh, hang on though. It's taken off this bit just here. Ah, okay. It's given us 2 points. Right, take that out then. Okay. Do we just pour a little bit of that? Oh, we have to pour the whole thing in, don't we? We have to. Oh, no, we don't have to. Okay. So I think we can do without that. So get rid of that. That's fine. Right, bring that. No. Bring it back. Bring it. Stop. Desist. Okay, right. That didn't go entirely according to plan. So do that. And then do we put the feather in now? So the feather gives us that point of strength. That thing there. Strength, I think it is, isn't it? So haste is part of that. And then I think we just have a bit of the defense in. Okay, another bit of defense. Is that what we've got to do? Right. I see. So the feather makes the defense not quite as strong, but it does give us that strength point in. And now we've done it with the haste thing. And I think that is the best thing to do. I would love to go down the whole diplomacy route and make her have a chat with the werewolf. But just from what she's been telling us and listening to her story and sort of seeing the way she is, she's said she's not very good with people. I don't think her talking to the werewolf would be the best approach. I think even with one of our amazing super potions with her, I think she would struggle. And I think the werewolf would just, eat her a bit. So I think we play to her strengths. She's still really sort of, quick and nimble. She's good with the bow. We're going to make her even quicker, even more dexterous, and she can take it on that way. It's probably not the nicest way to do it, but I think it's going to be the way that will give us the highest chance of success for completing that quest. So, okay, we've got you a thing. It's got a golden feather in it, and it's exciting, right? There you go. She looks a bit nervous. Oh, that tastes great. Very brisk. Do you feel a little braver? No, not yet, but I feel faster, more agile, swifter with my bow. Like my arrows can find any werewolf's heart, and like I might become as fast as a lightning bolt. I'm sure the bravery will come later. I'm sure it will. Thank you. This drink gave me some hope and heart palpitations. I think that's your anxiety. Maybe. Okay, she's going to go and do her mission. I believe in you, Fable. Yeah, I actually do. I think you're going to be fine. Thank you. I will try to follow your example. Follow your heart instead. I think that one's a better roadmap. I can't wait to tell you about my victory. Best of luck. Best of patience. She's gone. She's gone on her mission. That's good. She's gone on a quest. I hope Fable will be alright. Maybe they will find some new ingredients for me. But probably not. I should make a quest for that sometime. ... Okay. Right. Okay. So we're sort of still in sort of happy tutorial land. So yeah, the day is going to end. We feed and do whatever it's called. We do some cleaning up and it's going to be the next day. Okay. Next day, 59th of the Wake. And now we've got kind of Act 1, but Part 3, new friends and former enemies. Okay. So begin the day. Let's see what happens on this day. So it looks fairly early. Oh, you're both back. So Kaelin says, humph, Fable isn't dead. Listen, I can fix this. Just let me pick up chamomile tincture from my treehouse. Kaelin doesn't look very impressed. You've done enough, little fella. I'll be good from here. Thanks. Fable. Kaelin. Back so soon. In keep. Say, did you send that blighter after me? I told you it has nothing to do with it. It's my fault. My fault alone. So let me at least fix you up. Oh dear, what happened? Better keep your clumsy hands off me. ... Now. How about we calm the spirits a bit and you tell me what happened? A misunderstanding, I suppose. Yes. The elf thought of me as an Uncle Dragan lookalike. The uncle that looks like a werewolf? Yes. Oh no, you attacked them. No, it's a bit more complicated. Doesn't matter. Matters that the elf has mistaken me for a werewolf. Oh no, I didn't. Yes, you did. Well, maybe, but not on purpose, I promise. It's just me and my bad luck. See, it happened again. Nothing can ever go right. Don't say that, Fable. Tell me about it. We'll start from the beginning, alright? Oh, the whole sort of story, it's like when you play D&D and you go to the tavern and you sort of have a chat about it. It's a bit like that, but we're chatting to the tavern keeper. Right, so you sent me out to look for the werewolf in Tregrin. I felt agile and ready, braver than I've ever felt before. The quest that I gave you in keep. I recall, Kaelin. Good. I know how to travel rather swiftly through the Ashen Grove, and by early dawn I reached the borders of Tregrin. The vineyard stretched far ahead and I saw one or other farm nestled in between. Truly idyllic, especially during sunset. There is one downside with the idyllic sunset, though. Ugh. ... It gets dark. Of course it does. And every tall looming person in the dark is automatically a werewolf. No, but every tall looming person hunting down the farmer's sheep is. No, I didn't do that. Yes, you did. And the quest stated that's exactly what the werewolf would be doing. In my defence, I'm broke. We've all been there. So, Kaelin was busy hunting sheep, and in the shadows of dawn you thought she must be the werewolf. Exactly so. And then you need not one, but 3 arrows. I'm swift with the bow. I figured. I prepared to fight, not bargain. Stealthy as I was, she did not notice me, and so I stepped out the shadows to take aim. I shoot. Trigger happy. I can't get myself to aim right for the heart, so I aim for the shoulder. And suddenly the werewolf curses and cusses words I've never heard before, like a sailor. You're telling me you never heard of before. Very good. Hey, what is that? Blip, blip, blop, blop. Why is it censored? Because the Geek Cupboard. Don't make me break out the decency mugs. Youth protection. The age rating assessment is quite harsh. Went a bit meta. Anyways, I was observing the prey through the bushes and suddenly I felt a piercing pain in my shoulder. Not once or twice, but 3 times. Of course I cuss and swear. That stuff hurts. ... Never been so happy to have missed. So I turn around and ready to lunge at the rascal daring to aim at me. But I can't actually see anyone, because that just makes me angrier. But I can still see her. An orange gleaming eye stared at me through the shadows right into my soul. I thought, that's it. It's over. At the bells of death ringing in my ears, I was done for and I haven't set foot out the Ashen Grove. Nah, that weren't the passing bells, Elfie. Actual bells from the chapel in town. My name's Fable. Right. So anyways, in their panic, they crash right into a tree. It was enough of a shock to the system to bring them back to the world of the visible. Probably would have been enough to make me pause. But the rest of the leaves, cracking the branches, and the high-pitched yelp. I didn't yelp. Yes, you did. ... It caught the attention of the actual culprit. He must have been on his way to tear yet another sheep. Perhaps this time even the farmer's heart when our wrestling caught his attention. I had a deep, blood-curdling growl. I swear I saw my life rush past me. Sounded more like an empty stomach to me. A howl rang through the air when he emerged from the bushes. Tall and towering, glowing red eyes and fangs as big as my hand. Probably around 8 feet high. 6 feet at max. 8! Seeing this tall creature sent shivers down my spine. You said that already? No, I didn't. Seeing this tall creature sent shivers down my spine. And I was frozen. I was sure the Mary Morgan incident would repeat. I'd stand there and watch everything as it happened, unable to move. He looked around, sniffed the air, his eyes locked with mine. But then I remembered what you told me. Werewolves love playing fetch. So I swiftly slid down the tree and picked a stick from the ground. The werewolf noticed my movement, but quickly I threw the stick into the bushes as far away from me as possible. I wanted to buy myself some time to adjust my bow, but... ... The stick also influenced Kaelin, and both of them hurtled down the bushes. So you chased it as well. And that's not even all. As I couldn't help but run after that stick, I noticed something odd on the werewolf. Flannel rags. So I forgot the stick and grabbed him by the throat, slamming him against a tree. He wiggled and twisted like a worm, growling and barking right into my face. I stared him right in the eyes as I heard the elf approach from behind, the arrow feathered in the bow. Don't, Kaelin said, and I lowered my bow hesitantly while she studied the werewolf's face. She growled, like she likes to do. Grumph. Uncle Dragan, she exclaimed, and I flinched. That Uncle Dragan? Yeah, my darn uncle was in full werewolf transformation, in front of me, right there. I was joking when I told you the story, Innkeep. I wouldn't have actually thought the werewolf was actually my uncle. But that is exactly why I don't do cases involving lycanthropy. So how did you deal with him? Confronted him, of course. Knocked some sense into him, you know. We tied him to a tree so he wouldn't get any ideas before turning back. I knew learning all those sailor knots was good for something. It's good for a lot more than that. Oh? Good grief. Either way, the resolution was only half as exciting as getting there was. Apparently he contracted lycanthropy at the annual family gathering. And since then he grew short-tempered. He and his husband got into a lot of fights, so he ran away. I can understand that all too well. And of course I can't kill Kaelin's uncle just because he is a werewolf. So you let him go? The elf knows a swamp witch that might have worked out a cure. Dropped him off there. No more sheep tearing, for now. So all in all, you would say the quest was successful, with a few obstacles attached, and someone getting hurt. Listen, the arrows itself ain't the problem. The coat, though, that was expensive. Oh yeah, you've got quite a fancy fancy arrangement on. I mean, yeah, if that's got arrow holes in it, that's going to ruin that a little bit. Don't bother. After all, we got rid of the lichen. For now. Right. How about a drink to celebrate? On me. I told Kaelin you have a hand for mixing just the right thing for any situation. Sure thing. For the both of you. I'll pass. I've got to run home quickly to get the chamomile tincture. ... Later. So, Innkeep, surprise me with something that fits my strength and brawn. Okay, strength and brawn. Okay, so we've got that's strong. Yeah, I mean brawn is sailor's courage again, isn't it? Is it sailor's courage? Strength and brawn? That's strength, and that's kind of defense. I mean, there's nothing else. Frosted Lagoon is strength, but that's kind of intelligence as well. I'd say again it's that one. I'd say it's that one again. Let's mix another one of these up fairly quickly. Oh, hang on, missed the glass that time. So 3 lots of that, and then it's got 1 lot of that, like that, and then we've got 1 lot of that one, I think. So, oh, hang on, there we go. Sailor's Courage. I think that's it. That's to do with what they asked for, isn't it? That's strength and stuff. Hang on a minute, go back to there. Where are we? No, where are we? Strength and brawn. I mean, brawn is general sort of hardiness, isn't it? So, yeah, I think that's fine. Yep, I think that's good. Yep, ding, that one. I mean, you had that before, but there you go. Have another one of those. It's in a lovely, exciting class. Here, this should be to your liking. It is. Not bad. Thanks. So, that little blighter, you raise them? Fable? Oh, no. No? That's surprising. You two seem very close. Like family. ... They're just a regular. I see. A very special regular. ... Okay. Now what? ... Lots of ... dots. A little later. Is she going to come back with the stuff? Oh! There's different people. There's a dwarf character covered in goo. And, I mean, I'm going to say a vampire. If they're not a vampire, I'm going to be very surprised. A vampire character, also with some goo on them, but the goo appears to be alive on that one. They've got, like, amazing kind of, what's that? Button fastener things on their top. But that's amazing. ... Good day to you, illustrious innkeeper. And good day to you. Kaelin just stares at him. Good day, innkeeper. Good evening. Both from me and Kaelin, or Care, or Lynn. She is not picky. Maybe you should start taking customer privacy more seriously, says Kaelin. Don't expect too much. These blabbers only have one mode, and that's talking too much. I have many modes to offer. Which one would you prefer? Or I could talk more easily. I have many modes to offer. Which one would you prefer? Go down that route. The one we just serve drinks. Quietly. Okay, right. The dwarf character is grumpy. I'm fresh out of that one. Sorry. Humph. Thought so. Careful, he's good at getting you babbling too. Only if you don't know how to ignore him. Why are you ignoring me? Not you, the innkeep. The innkeep is ignoring me. And here I thought my day could not get any more woeful. First my cape and now this. I am being ignored despite my loving disposition. Loneliness is chasing me anywhere I go. What happened to your cape? What hasn't happened to his cape? Many things. Has lived a very sheltered life. Have you seen it by the way? ... No, that's why we are here. Perhaps the slime ate your cape? You do appear to be covered in a lot of slime. Oh no, it is far too polite for that. Speaking of polite, I completely forgot to introduce myself. My name is Sir My name is Sir Alphonse Louis Frederic Duquette de Lasang. That's fantastic. Is there a shorter version of that? Kyle. Kyle? Kyle and Rhea. Rhea Frostgrip. Keeping it simple. I like that. Well, Kyle and Rhea Frostgrip, welcome to my tavern. So, Kyle, you'd like to tell me more about that cape? I see what's kind of happening here. Is Fable going to come back and they're going to form a little group? So you've got the kind of the burly fightery type. Sort of, yeah, you're a kind of fighter, I would say. Then you've got another fighter. Possibly more of a... Are you more of a barbarian type and you're more of a sort of a trained fighter? Then you've got a kind of vampire and then you've got an elven ranger. That'd be exciting. It's some sort of invisibility cape if any of his blabberings to be believed. How do you even put that on? You don't. You lost it. I have? You have. What a great tragedy. My cape invisibility is of utter importance. If we don't get it back, I'm afraid I shall perish immediately. Oh, I like you. You're very dramatic. You will not. Dearest innkeeper, I must retrieve my cape. Could you please help me? I think I know just what to do. Okay, do we make a quest? Oh, dear player. Ah, there we go. I was going to say we're going to have to wrap it up at some point, but we've reached the end of the demo. Dear player, you've reached the end of the Tavern Talk demo. It's been a pleasure to take you on this little journey through the Wayfarer's Inn. I hope you enjoyed the little insight into the adventures to come. Farewell, and see you next time. Oh, and there's the people that made it. Well done, you wonderful lot. That was really good. I really like that. That was really good. We'll pop back to the main menu. There's Andu, whatever it was called. That was really interesting. That was very good. It was a little bit like sort of a D&D session. It's like a D&D session with all the chatting of the characters, but you sort of see the role-playing side of it. You don't sort of see them going out and doing the quests and doing the kind of the action bits. You kind of just deal with the role-playing side of it as the innkeeper at the end. I like that. That was very good. And the characters are all quite distinct. I mean, we only met those two at the end there, but already you could tell that they were quite individual characters. We had Rhea, was it? The dwarf character. She seemed quite sort of, not grumpy as such, but, to the point and quite sort of brusque. And then we had Kyle the vampire, who was just sort of very sort of flamboyant and over the top and excessive. And then we've got sort of, fairly level-headed, I would say. What the other one was? The one that looked like a wolf that I've forgotten the name of. And then we had Fable, who was a little sort of nervous elf-type character. And you could tell that it was well written. The characters were quite distinctive and they look really good as well. I mean, visually it's very pretty to look at. There's a lot going on. It's really, really good. And of course you have the kind of decisions to make and you have to work out what drinks to send. You can sort of dictate how the story goes. Depending on what drinks you give them at certain points, different things can happen. I do wonder what would have happened had we given her the sort of the talkie potion rather than the fighty agility potion, which if I chat with the werewolf, would things have gone differently? I don't quite know. That was really good. That was very interesting. That was a really interesting game, and I'm glad we sort of jumped in and had a little look at it. But we've come to the end of the demo, so obviously we can't do anything else with it. But I think, we'll keep our eyes on that. Maybe at some point we might pop back to that in the future when it's a little bit more sort of developed. I mean, this is only the demo. Of course, it's nowhere near finished, as it says on the screen there. It's not indicative of the final product. So there's a little way to go. But I think, as a demo, that's really good. That's quite comprehensive. Introduces you to all the different bits of the game and what you've got to do and how it looks and how it works, all that kind of stuff. And that was very good. So yes, we sort of might come back to that at some point in the future. We'll take a look at some point further down the line and see how it looks. And maybe, yes, we could possibly pop back to Tavern Talk at some point when it's a little bit more developed. But yes, we shall wrap things up for now because we have come to the end of the demo. Hopefully you did enjoy that. If you did, please do leave a like. That would be most marvellous indeed. And also, if you're not already, then please do subscribe to keep up to date with all the other bits and bobs and nonsense that we get up to in the Geek Cupboard. But for now, thank you very much for joining me in the Geek Cupboard, and I will see you next time. There we go, the King and Kettle. It's Rob the God, he's a hero, he is Rob the God. He's got a feather in his cap, he's got a beard. This could be the planty room. We could have so many plants. Hang on. I feel like there's a book here to be written. We've got the Executioner and the Nun.